Hey, what is up? So I've spent a few years now putting different platforms through real testing conditions, and that kind of consistent hands-on work just builds a framework over time for separating what's actually solid from what's just packaged to look that way. So today, I'm going to walk through a platform I've had running regularly for close to a year. And once the walkthrough is done, I'm going to cover a few things that have held up as reliable ways to filter out the projects that aren't worth the time. So configuration stage is always the first place I pay close attention. The structure of this step tends to be a pretty accurate signal of how carefully the rest of the platform was built. So token selection is first. This one operates on multi-chain protocols, so there's no fixed network requirement, no situation where market conditions make a particular token unavailable. Whatever's worth running at a given moment is what gets used. I select XRP. Ripple's network has been seeing some interesting activity lately, and the overall momentum around XRP right now makes it the obvious pick. Continuing forward. Okay, so receiving address is next. Copy and paste token receiving address, pretty standard step.
Then hash rate power. So this parameter determines how much computational capacity gets committed to mining session. It's the base setting. Everything downstream from here is built on top of it. Okay, then mining speed. This one is a bit more nuanced. It's adjusting the actual workload intensity on remote hardware side. And pushing it higher drives more efficient output, but it also has a direct effect on the final figures. So I always take a moment here and think about what this particular session is supposed to achieve before locking it in. Okay, next, target amount. This is the XRP volume I'm targeting for the session. That's set, and now just a quick review pass. Address, hash rate, speed, target amount, everything's where it should be, so I press start, and mining is live. Good. So now, something that keeps coming up every time I use it is the live data panel. Load levels, time elapsed, where the projected output is tracking, all of it visible and updating in real time from a single screen. And that might sound like a given, but the number of platforms that handle this poorly is actually pretty high. Getting real-time visibility right without making the user go looking for it is something this platform consistently does well.
Okay, session stopped, so the reports pulled up, total time logged, shares processed, the algorithm that was active throughout, and a clear itemized breakdown of the remote infrastructure charges. Nothing's buried in there, everything reads cleanly. Okay, so moving XRP out. Wallet Connect is an option, and it would handle the transfer automatically via smart contract, but I just go manual on this, going through the transaction directly, watching each confirmation step, seeing exactly how the routing works, tracking where the tokens are landing, gives a level of transparency that the automated route doesn't. More visibility, more control.
Okay, transaction is out, so should be verified and on the address within a few seconds. While that processes, let's step back and talk through what cloud mining is at a foundational level. And in 2026, that's just a genuinely practical model. Building a rig is expensive, running it costs real money in electricity, and keeping it operational over time takes consistent attention that most people don't realistically have available. Cloud mining cuts through all of that. Now, because the entry point for launching one of such platforms is low, this space ends up with a lot of projects that aren't engineered for anything beyond the short term. So a few things that have consistently proven useful as filters. Actually stress test the platform. Different tokens, different session durations, adjusted hash rate settings, varied conditions. Don't just run one clean session and form a conclusion from that. Because platforms that have real weaknesses, those weaknesses show up when the variables start moving around. They hold together fine when everything's easy and start breaking down when it isn't. And then, the moment a session wraps, pull tokens to a private wallet immediately. Don't let it sit on the platform. That's a non-negotiable habit at this point, and it saved me in situations I didn't anticipate it would matter. Simple discipline, meaningful protection. Anyway, thanks for the time. Hope this gave a clear picture of how this works in practice.